Okay, sorry about that. Right, let's carry on then. Oh, gotta hack the door first. Don't forget to do that, Neo. Right, okay. Not too tricky, but probably still get caught. Yeah, of course I do. Alright, couldn't get the bonus, but never mind. It is what it is. Right, okay, so what be in here then? There's an ebook. My Diary by Chao Zhang. Apologies for the mispronunciation. I am so tired of this place. Day in, day out, solving problems for a bunch of whiny losers. Fix my sink. Unblock my toilet. I'll tell you dumbasses what. Don't flush dope baggies and bottle caps down the John and it won't overflow. I did a graduate degree in engineering for this. I've just got to get out of this place. This poopy hotel is really getting me down. All I've got to do is save enough money to get out of here and I'll never have to see this place again. 2 more years, that's it. And then I'm gone. It'll be goodbye, Lower Hampshire. Hello, sunshine and fresh air. Had to fix Steng's front door again. This makes the 3rd time in 2 weeks. He keeps coming home drunk, unable to find his keys, and then kicks in the door. This place is driving me nuts. I cannot wait to get out. Well, let's hope you did. Or are still working towards getting out. Right, okay. Another ebook. Dragon Heads, the Triads of the 21st Century, a traditional form. The original 8-fold rank structure among the Triads became more streamlined in the modern era, with such traditions as the 36 Great Oaths of Fealty, is that what it says? Falling out of favour, to be replaced with less ornate, more immediate pledges to loyalty. The contemporary 4-tier system reflects the flexibility of the Triad criminal enterprise, with a mixture of numeral designators and or traditional honorifics assigned to give roles. At the very lowest level are the probationary members, often drawn from youth gangs. These so-called Blue Lanterns become a rank and file 49 after initiation ceremony. Above them are key administrators and enforcers, the White Paper Fan, the Red Pole and Straw Sandal. At command level comes the Vanguard, Deputy Mountain Master and Incense Master, each at 438. And finally the Mountain Master, also known as the Dragonhead. Alright, that's it's kind of neat to know how the Triad system works. I like that. I like that. Not saying that I condone triads or mafia or anything like that, but I like to understand how they work. I used to study mafia history a lot in my spare time. It was always very interesting. So I've always liked the idea behind it, but I never would go and pursue it myself because I don't know anything about it. I'm too weak and pathetic. So there you go. Right. Anyway, point being is actually we're just going to disconnect for a second, so I want to save because now we don't have a slowdown virus, which is very annoying. So I've used them all up. We need to save carefully. Right, it's similar to what we've had before. That's alright. Just go for it. Luckily, we've got the 2 things we need. Oh, we owned it. Hooray! And another nuke virus. Oh, well, it's better than nothing. Right, from Thriving Night Owl to guest support. Complaint. Mr. Chow. This is the 3rd time that I've noticed trash piling up the corridor outside Pod 222. Mr. Zhu's lack of courtesy toward the other guests in this hotel is horrendous and only likely to get worse if management, namely you, doesn't do something about it. Do you want your establishment to get a reputation as being a rat hole? But I thought it was a rat hole. If you don't rectify the situation soon, I will be forced to take my complaint to the authorities, and I'm quite sure that several of your clients and business partners will not appreciate seeing armed soldiers patrolling in here. Well, you've got balls, sir. Blimey. Right, from Hive Masters to guest support, Pod 301, Chow. That's where Van Bruggen is, or the Dutchman is. Make sure 301 gets whatever the F he wants. Boys, girls, internet access, soda noodles, or the effing moon. Our LP brothers have got big plans for him in HK, or Hong Kong, which means we need to keep him happy until we slip him onto their ship. After that, he's their problem. T. So that's from Tong. From Wu to guest support. Lease extension. I don't know what's going on with that construction permit, but it looks like I will be forced to extend my stay here by yet another 3 months. I simply don't understand what's happening on Shingu Plaza. When I put my down payment in, they promised me the new condos would be ready by spring. Can't somebody cut through all this bureaucracy and jumpstart the building efforts? At least I have you to thank for your understanding and patience. The last thing I need to worry about right now is being thrown out on the streets. I don't know if his patience is going to last that much longer. So, from 419 to guest supports. Urgent response needed. Dear Sir, confidential business proposal. Having consulted my colleagues and based on the... we've already read this, haven't we? Yeah, we've already read this. So there's some sort of scam going on then. But coming from 419, that's interesting. From cleaning staff, Pod 128. Mr. Chow, this morning I got to make Pod 128 ready for the next guest, as you say, but when I open it, I see many items of former guests still inside. You sure she's not coming back? This not feel right to me. Maybe I make a mistake and write down wrong pod number. Please let me know what to do, Zeng. I think there was something earlier about removing stuff and putting it somewhere. I don't know. Tell Tong your firewall sucks. Took me less than 5 seconds to get in and figure out the following. Lucky for you, I was feeling generous and didn't change it this time. Oh, that's basically to the computer then. But I don't need that. Right, there's a safe there to hack, so we're going to grab that. I know this isn't the side quest. You know me, I like hacking. I'm sorry this is so boring. I really should cut all this out, really. Maybe I will do in the future. So, like, if you think, oh, this is getting a bit boring just watching you hack, because this is pretty much the whole game now, then I can do something about that. Oh, that's slow. Yeah, I had to do that. Got caught. Okay, right, what have we got? Ooh, 1,000 credit chips. Nice. I'll take it. Right, okay then. So we've got all the stuff in here. So there is another room in there, but there looks like there's some people inside. I just want to make sure. Yes, there are. That's the reception. Yeah, we'll leave them alone then. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Right, okay, so we've hacked into there and done that. Is there a vent or something behind here? Nope. No. Just doing some vent maintenance. Vending machine maintenance. There we go. They won't know what hit them. Alright. There's a janitor guy down there. Can we speak to him? Oh, fair enough, sir. Ooh, wow, this is swanky.
Jensen, I was on my way out.
What are you doing here, Malik? I told you I got this one.
I know. I didn't do anything. Trust me. Van Bruggen's all yours.
Hang on a second. Something's wrong. What is it? Why are you here?
It's nothing. I mean, can't a girl have secrets?
That's not right. I'm going to have to activate pheromones and charm.
Malik.
Jensen, if you even think of using that Casey mod on me, I will hit you.
I wouldn't dream of it. I'm just concerned, that's all.
Fine, since you're so damn curious. Years ago, I used to live here, remember?
Oh, right, yes, you mentioned.
Friend, Evelyn. She was like a sister to me. Made living here fun. But then there was an accident. She's dead.
I'm sorry, Malik.
Wait, Jensen, let me finish. I thought I was okay with it, but I know she didn't just die. She was killed. Murdered. Her damn scumbag boyfriend did it. I know he did. I knew he was trouble right from the start, but she just wouldn't listen to me.
Malik, easy. If your friend was murdered, the police would have suspected something. They would have investigated.
That's just it. There was no investigation. They said she fell down a flight of stairs like it was some kind of freak accident. But her wounds, the way she died, they don't add up. It's right here in the damn blood spatter analysis.
Blood spatter? You've seen the police report?
Yes. A friend left a copy of it in a pod here for me to pick up. Listen, I know it sounds crazy, but I think there's been a cover-up.
Why would that sound crazy? We've already accepted the police force corrupt.
The autopsy report, the one that never surfaced, I know I'd get the truth. Except...
Why do I suspect I'm about to get dragged into something?
Look, Jensen, I'm sorry. I know Van Bruggen is the priority here, and I told you it was my business and I could take care of it. It's just... The more I think about it, the more I realize I'm in over my head. I'm just a pilot. I'm not a damn cop. But I need to know the truth.
Alright, let's have a look then.
You said you've seen the police report. Who gave it to you?
An old friend who was also a good friend of Evelyn's. He used to work for the Shanghai PD. He left a copy of it along with a few other things concerning Evelyn in a pod here for me to look at. He also left some instructions on how to contact someone at Lim for the autopsy report he's convinced was intentionally buried.
Why would Lim have anything to do with Evelyn's autopsy report?
Well, if you haven't noticed, the Chinese government has been outsourcing branches of its public services for years. Bell Tower polices the streets, and nowadays Lim does more than just cosmetic surgery. They're often contracted for special cases like Evelyn's.
And what made Evelyn's case so special, you think?
Her boyfriend, Lee. He was at the scene. He had Evelyn's blood on him and tested positive for alcohol and drugs in his system. With his rap sheet, it wasn't looking good for him. But his family, they're on a lot of boards with deep pockets and a lot of reach. They wouldn't suffer the embarrassment of having their son indicted on a suspected murder charge.
Ah, right. Typical corruption stuff then. Right, tell me about Evelyn.
Tell me about Evelyn.
She was beautiful, carefree, loved to have a good time. I met her during my internship for a private transportation and logistics firm here in Shanghai. She was a great pilot too, knew how to feel the currents, to push the bird just so. Too bad her talents for reading the wind didn't translate to reading guys.
How so?
She was always getting into trouble with the wrong crowds, and it always had to do with some boy. She knew I didn't like him, her boyfriend at the time, Lee. It drove a wedge between us, and when we parted ways, it wasn't amicable.
I understand.
She was a good girl, Jensen. She deserved better.
Yeah, but if she's chasing after bad boys, she's obviously attracted to them, then she just has a destructive side to herself that she needs to appease. Now, it could be that maybe she thought that by going with these bad boys, because let's be honest, bad boys are generally attractive. They come across as, you know, the alpha males in most cases. They're usually quite strong, they look after themselves, for the most part anyway. They look physically attractive. Quite a lot of women who are attracted to men, that is, probably would, in their youth, go for an alpha male because they're hot, you know. But at the same time, you're thinking, oh, maybe I could be his love, his true love, and maybe I can calm him down and get him on side and stuff like that. I know that's a bit of a generic statement for women. I know that doesn't always happen. I just read into it a while back. It's all to do with basic instinct, basically. Again, I'm not saying that every woman who's attracted to men do that, of course not. But in the case of Evelyn, that was probably what was going on, and there's not really a lot you can do about it other than just be there for her when she needs help and just to let her do it. You know, eventually she'll realise, hopefully, that that's not going to happen as she gets older, and she'll settle down with someone who is better for her. But at the same time, she's got every right to go and chase after these guys if that's what she's attracted to, you know. So yeah. Anyway, sorry, I shouldn't be dictating women policy because that just makes me out to be some sort of anti-feminist, male, sexist pig. Well, I'm sort of am. But anyway.
Why do you suspect Evelyn's boyfriend had something to do with her death?
Because he was poison, right from the start. Born into money and influence, but never once assuming responsibility for anything. I don't think he's worked an honest day in his life.
So he was a wealthy, big-headed asshole. If that was reason enough to accuse someone of murder, half the world would be in the pen.
No,
True.
There's more to it than that. He's known for violent outbursts, domestic altercations. He nearly killed a kid over some stupid gambling feud. The problem is, his family made him untouchable, even to the police.
And Evelyn was okay with all of this?
She always tried to see the good in people.
See,
give him
I
the
was
benefit
just
of the
saying
doubt.
that.
You could say that's just being naive or even stupid.
Not
but I think she
necessarily.
was just innocent.
Yeah, probably. No, I'm not saying she was dumb or stupid for doing that, but that's what I was thinking. Alright, anyway, it doesn't mean I'm right though. Could be wrong. We don't know. We'll never know what Evelyn was thinking because A, she's a fictional character, but B, even if she was, it's all going on in Evelyn's head. We can't read her mind, and I wouldn't anyway. If I had the opportunity to read someone's mind, I wouldn't do it, even though it could be really tempting to, especially if you're attracted to someone and you want to know if they're attracted to you, because like me, I can't read signals to save my life. I would be tempted, but I would ultimately not do it because at the end of the day, it's like, no, that's invasion of privacy. That just feels wrong to do something like that. You know, that's just going too far. But then again, you know, we have Facebook, Twitter, and all kinds of other means of surveillancing ourselves. So it's up in the air. But for me, that's going too far. Right, let's have a look at the details then.
This autopsy report. Once you got your hands on it, what were you planning on doing next?
I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm a pilot, not a cop. But I felt I had to do something while I had the chance. Maybe once you get the report and we know what it says, we can improvise.
So basically, you just want to make it personal then.
Malik, don't take this the wrong way, but I need some kind of incentive to justify any complications that might arise.
I'll see what I can do, but I can't promise anything.
All right then. You've been very friendly to us, and I do like Malik. She does seem quite cool, and I like people having a three-dimensional personality to her, which is this, and it's nice to get a bit of character background. So yeah, I got that.
Okay, I'll help. What do you need me to do?
My lead. He works for Lim. He's a systems technician who apparently has access to their entire database. He's willing to hand over a copy of Evelyn's autopsy report.
So you want me to meet him and get the report? Is that it?
Yes, but he'll only respond to a certain phrase. Death and life have their determined appointments. To which he'll reply, riches and honors depend upon heaven.
Christ, Malik, this is starting to sound like something out of a bad spy movie.
I know. He's just trying to protect himself. I didn't pick the damn quote. So just play along and remember the line, okay? You'll find him inside the lobby of the Lower Hengsha Lim Clinic.
Does this guy have a name?
None that I know of. But he apparently goes by the handle Anonymous X. I know.
Anonymous X. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, before I forget, everything concerning Evelyn's incident, newspaper articles, the police report, Lim details, it's all inside pod 009 here in the hotel. You should read over everything if you can.
Pod 9. Got it.
I need to go. Contact me with any updates and... Thank you. I really appreciate this, Jensen.
Well, she does definitely seem very upset about this, and you know, she obviously cared about this person, this Evelyn, a lot. She said she was best friends with her, and obviously, yeah, felt a really good connection there. So I could understand her getting, well, wanting to get to the bottom of this mystery, if there is one. It could be that she did just fall down the stairs, but no, in this game, that's not going to be the case. Okie dokie then. Let's go and do this then, and then we'll call it a video. So we'll do the side quest, and then we'll leave it at that. Question is, how do I get into these pods? Is that it? Oh yeah. So how do I... Rooftop pitfalls claim another. Evelyn Carmichael, a young woman in her early 20s, became one of the latest victims claimed by the deadly Yuzhou rooftops that have authorities clambering for stricter safety regulations and zoning permits. Sources close to the victim say Evelyn had been out celebrating with a boyfriend before the incident occurred. A witness, whose identity was not released, claims she slipped and fell while descending one of the many staircases that connect the Yozhou and Kuigan rooftops with Pandeng Street below. Police believe alcohol or drugs may have influenced the fatal accident, but officials claim the tragedy could only have been avoided entirely if laws were different. With elections just round the corner, Evelyn's death will no doubt spark a host of new debates and controversy concerning citywide safety regulations. Rooftop-related injuries and deaths have steadily risen in the last 5 years and make up over 60% of all recorded accidental fatalities each year. That's easy enough to then cover it then, isn't it? Right, so what's this say? From Magi to MMU. Fly Girl, the Lim contact has agreed to meet you tonight. I don't know how large or small this window of opportunity is, or how long it will remain open to us, but it's the only thing we have to go on. Hopefully we can trust him. He holds the biggest piece of this puzzle. I'm sorry I can't be of any more help on this. As much as it pains me to see Lee walk, my hands are tied. If my supervisor found out that I was even talking about this, he'd have my badge. I've attached a copy of the police report filed on the night of the incident. The original transcript has been practically gutted by IID, as you'll no doubt see. The autopsy report should help fill in the blanks. P.S. You owe me a pocket secretary. Okay. Right. Case LH2027. Incident. 23-year-old Caucasian female. Dead on arrival from probable fall downstairs. Only witnesses boyfriend who was found at scene. Victims Evelyn Carmichael. Injuries sustained. Severe head trauma. Cranial lacerations. Internal bleeding, swelling likely cause of death. Suspects Li Hong. Details on a citation needed at approximately 23:49 hours. Personnel from the LHPF responded to a distress call from suspect 209 Li Hong. Transcript recording 29E11. Upon arrival at the scene, the responding officer witnessed victim 594 EC Evelyn Carmichael on the grounds near citation needed. See transcript blah blah blah. Victim was unresponsive. First response EMT unit on scene pronounced victim deceased at approximately 0002 hours. Victim was transported to COC, oh my God's sake, for further evaluation and possible treatment. Suspect, wearing a shirt covered in what appeared to be victim's blood, was questioned by responding officer Sergeant Magi. Suspect was visibly distressed, claiming victim had been drinking prior to the incident and had fallen. COC report blah blah blah. Citation needed blah blah blah. Suspect was tested, confirmed suspicion of intoxication. Suspect was then detained and transported to something for further questioning after EMT unit cleared him for release. Suspect later claimed incident occurred moments before call to LHPF emergency, roughly between 2040 and 2045. Further screening and Urine analysis revealed narcotic element EXT9 in suspect's system. Suspect remained in custody until blah 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 before being released. Forensic evidence at the scene turned up inconclusive data to support suspect's claim. Blood spatter analysis concluded that while blood cast-off patterns matched those of a fall, there was no evidence of a low to medium velocity impact spatter to match victim's wound and the probable cause of death. Blunt force head trauma and intracranial hemorrhaging. Oh my god. Further investigations into the case are suspended until post-mortem evaluation and autopsy is concluded. Pending further evidence, Lieutenant Jan edit blah blah blah. Suspect is clear of prosecution, formal charges or otherwise by order of attorney. So basically the report was legit and then at the end they went, nah, sod it. Right. Okay then. Hello. I am, and I can understand what you're saying because I can social augment stuff. Right, anyway. I need to get out of here. How do we get out of here? Oh, working girls. I'm sure it is. No, 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 we're on a job. We're on a job, darn it. Right. Let's get out of here then. Let's go to... Oh, flip now. Right, okay. Let's go to the limb clinic then. Sorry, Janice. Sorry, my bad. Right, okay. So yeah, it just sounds like a cover-up, basically. So let's get this blown open then. Not literally, otherwise people will die, but people's already dead. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Right then.
I feel like the only place to work around here is TYM.
Okay. Yep, that's true. That's because you're all being leeched. It is what it is. Maybe one day it'll change, maybe it won't. Oh, well, thank you for that. If I didn't have a radar, I'd have used that. Do you know where the limb clinic is? Yes, it's right round the corner. Oh, brilliant. How did I miss that? I don't know. But then Neo Rambler misses a lot of things, so don't worry about yourself. Who's Neo Rambler? I don't know. Right, anyway. Right, so, we've got to do the phrase, haven't we? Right, it's a technician, isn't it? Oh, well, that was easy.
Can't you see I'm busy? Go bother someone else.
Death and life have their determined appointments.
What? Oh, and riches and honors depend upon heaven. Very good.
Right, what now?
Shh. They have eyes and ears everywhere.
That's why we're talking.
Be outside the clinic. Turn left from the front and go down the stairs. I'll be waiting at the corner.
Okay then. Nobody heard or witnessed this conversation, yo. Right, let's see if there's any practice points available.
Something else? Look at computer.
Yeah, alright, I would do, but I have to go through you, don't I? No, there's no practice points available. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, bye now.
Bye now. Right, off we go. Who are you? Don't trust you. Right, anyway. Let's roll. So, turn left down the stairs. Awesome. Whatever, they got eyes and ears everywhere. That's why I'm telling you where I'm going to be, because those eyes and ears can't tell what I'm saying right now. Wink. I don't know. Right, so down the stairs. And there he is. Sweet.
Over here. Come on now.
I'm here.
Relieved to know they sent a professional at least.
That makes two of us.
Right. Well, you're not exactly what I was expecting. I was told I would be meeting a girl. How do I know you're not an imposter or some sort of double agent? Don't think I don't know this could all just be an elaborate trap to set me up.
Look, no offense, Mr. X, or whatever your name is, but I really don't have time for this. So if you could simply just give me what I came for, I'll be on my way.
Yes, yes. I have it right here. Evelyn Carmichael.
I love the fact he just bowed down to that and caved in.
Take it.
Thank you.
I trust you will put this information to good use, because accountability and justice is at an all-time low, I'm afraid. It pains me to see this once great city, which stood as a bastion for reform and progress against our oppressive communist origins, succumb to the trappings of corporate bureaucracy and petty corruption. Corruption so often typical of your Western governments.
Whatever you
I
say.
won't deny that.
Now, if you don't mind, I really must be going.
Well, there is still the matter of my payment. 1,000 credits was the agreed upon price, I believe. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I'll pay him.
And what were you just saying about corruption?
A deal is a deal. Surely your handlers informed you of this little detail.
No, my handlers failed to mention this little detail. Never mind. Just take your money. This report better be worth it.
Oh, I assure you it is. Whoever it was that didn't want this information given to the proper authorities paid a lot of money to have it ignored. A pity for them, LIM policy strictly prohibits deletion of records concerning operational procedures. For legal purposes, you see.
Makes sense.
Right. Nice doing business with you, X.
Cool. Excellent. Right, yeah, well, of course I was going to pay him. I mean, yeah, she didn't mention that, but I could have refused and not given it to him, but whatever. I'm too easy and soft. Right then, so that's all that done then. So, what? Oh, I've got to read it, I suppose. Right, okay. So, mental note. After extraction, removal traces. All that is necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. X. So, autopsy report, Lou, Carmichael Evelyn, 23, female, time of death, 22:15. Oh, so she died before she supposedly fell. She died an hour before. An hour and a half, even. So, craniocerebral injuries, that's the back of the head. Scalp contusion, sorry. Linear pattern of lacerations of right side of skull. Linear pattern of laceration of right cerebral hemisphere. Subarachnoid and subdural hemorrhage, small contusions, tips of temporal lobes, abrasion of left cheek, abrasion contusion, posterior left shoulder, abrasions of right lower back and posterior right lower leg, toxicologic studies, blood ethanol, non-detected, blood drug system, no drugs detected, and the report lied, didn't it? Clinicopathological correlation. Cause of death for this 23-year-old female is asphyxia by seizure, crikey, associated with craniocerebral trauma and intracranial hemorrhaging. Addendum. Quantitative blood tests reveal a high level of HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin, in the subject's bloodstream, a hormone produced during the early stages of pregnancy. Oh. Right.
Malik, I just got the autopsy report. No drugs or alcohol in Evelyn's system. And her estimated time of death doesn't fit Lee's story. She did die from a head wound, but not one that matches the evidence found at the scene.
I knew it. It couldn't have been just an accident.
There's more. Evelyn was pregnant. Malik?
I'm here. We can't let him get away with this, Jensen. He's guilty. He has to be. Can you go to his apartment?
And do what?
Get proof. Get something. I'm sending you the coordinates. Contact me again when you're there.
Alright then, you heard the lady. Let's do this.